Welcome to episode 51, Annecam Sailing Australia. This episode, we take you from Magnetic Island to Hinchinbrook Island. The first job we had to do was to take Annecam across from Magnetic Island over to Townsville to top up our fuel and our provisions before we leave. We make the most of being in the marina. It's great to have an unlimited water supply where we can have lovely, long, hot showers. Another service we make the most of while in the Yacht Club Marina here in Townsville is the beautiful fast Wi-Fi, enabling us to upload these YouTube videos. We head off bright and early the next morning with our lovely pink granny trolley to go and purchase our provisions. The streets are very quiet at this hour of the morning, and we found this ibis scratching for a few grubs in one of the garden beds. It was even very quiet inside the supermarket. We were getting immediate service wherever we went. With our provisions all packed up, it was now almost time to lug them all the way back to where Annecam awaits our return. Once back at the Yacht Club Marina, we were able to borrow one of their wheelbarrows to lug it all the way out to where Annecam was tied up. They serve a very nice lunch here at the Marina restaurant. As a matter of fact, it was that nice we could have almost licked the plates. With all of the jobs we had to do being completed, it was time to find an ice cream shop and talk about a kid in a candy store. This, by the way, is a real novelty for us, as where we've been sailing on Annecam, there is not too many ice cream shops. I will point out that there are 2 spoons in this little tub, and we shared this one 50-50. We cast off from the marina and headed out into the channel to dodge all the ferry traffic that travel between Magnetic Island and here in Townsville. To navigate across this commercial harbour, you have to make sure there are no commercial ships coming in or going out, as there is a major nickel processing plant here, plus a container wharf. We are finally out into open water. The only thing we have to contend with here is the wake left over from the ferry that just passed us. Annie goes forward to clear a sheet that is jammed under the front of the dinghy. And for all of our non-sailing friends, a sheet is the lump of string or rope that controls the genoa, the sail up the front of the boat. We sailed around the west side of Magnetic Island for the first time, up past Five Beach Bay. And here we are for the third time. We've dropped our anchor in Horseshoe Bay at the top of Magnetic Island. That night we were treated to a spectacular full moon rising up over the rocky escarpment on the east side of the island. We weighed anchor and got moving about an hour after sunrise the next morning. Our destination was going to be the Palm Island group. Up ahead we can just make out Palm Island.
Hello dear.
Hello.
How are you going?
I'm going well. Standing up here on the bow, looking around.
With our floppy sails in the background?
Yes.
Because we haven't got much wind today and we're motor sailing along at a nice steady 5 knots. We pan around and we'll show you out past through the Coral Sea to Palm Island. Palm Island, we have in the middle of the channel that we're going to go through is Brisk Island. No, that's Eclipse Island, the little one, and the bigger one is Eclipse, and around here we have Havana Island. What are we looking for, dear?
Life.
The first thing we notice when we get a bit closer to Palm Island is the lush vegetation. It's obvious they do get a lot more rain up this way. And this is Orpheus Island. We have just dropped our anchor in Pioneer Bay on the top end of Orpheus Island. This will be our resting place for tonight. We sit back and relax on Annecam and watch the end of another day. The next morning we watch the sunrise over the top of Orpheus Island. It's amazing to see these army landing craft leave the anchorage. We didn't even hear them come in, and they left early. They later turned out to be our escorts as we entered the Hinchinbrook Channel. As there was almost no breeze at all, we motored away from the anchorage. This was a short passage. It only took us about 1.5 hours and we found ourselves in the Lucinda Harbour. It took us forever to get from one end of this structure to the other. It is over 3 nautical miles long. We had a laugh when we got closer to this little red runabout, as it was out on the edge of the channel as we approached, and we were wondering why that portside marker was moving. In front is the island of Hinchinbrook as we enter the Hinchinbrook Channel. This is right on the top of the tide. The hidden traps are the sandbars and sandbanks either side of us. further up this Hinchinbrook channel we motored, the more amazed we were at the lush rainforest that was draping down the sides of the island. For a moment, we both thought that we were approaching the pitons on the south end of St. Lucia, but it is Leaf Peak here on Hinchinbrook Island. And this would be mainland Australia, on the west side of the channel. We finally had enough breeze to roll out a bit of genoa that would take us along at around 5 knots. The further north we sailed along this channel, the more impressed we were with this maze of very sheltered waterways and the lush rainforest that runs right down to the water's edge. We have just rolled our sails away as we approached Paluma Creek, the spot we have chosen for our anchorage. The call goes out for a 70-degree turn to starboard to enter the creek proper. The further up this creek we go, the calmer it gets. And here we are, anchored in Paluma Creek. We only have to keep our eye open for saltwater crocodiles, midges and those nasty, pesky mosquitoes. Our waypoints for those who wish to follow.
Okay. Hello, dear.
Hi.
What do you got to say for yourself?
Yeah, we're standing on the bow. Hey, there's a little village over there. See on that? Oh, looks like a village.
I'll turn this around in about 2 seconds, okay?
Yep.
I'll do a quick flash around. How's your eyes going? Yeah, this thing will not see a village, okay?
Oh.
Not far away, because over here we have Palm Island. And as I pan around, that little one right in front of us is Eclipse Island. Risk Island, and I go a little bit forward and step around the corner, we have Havana Island. Wonder whether we can get some cigars from here.
bloody
Do that
hot.
again, just for the blooper. Okay, darling, where are we?
Orpheus Island. And it's not even in Greek. That's Greek.
You've got histo for that.
Nema problema.